When you're winning, when you have money in your bank account and you have clients who are lined up to work with you, your calendar is full, rejection feels like a minor inconvenience. So getting a no from just one client feels like a mosquito bite. And this is something that you barely feel. But when nothing is working, rejection feels like it's a verdict. It feels like the world is finally confirming some of your deepest fear that you're not good enough, or that this business that you started, it was probably a mistake, and that every single person who doubted you at the beginning, they were right. So if you're sitting there right now and you're staring at a no in your inbox, or you had a Zoom call with someone and you felt that you provided great value and you still got to know, this video is for you. So today I want to talk about how to stop letting rejection break our backs. I'm going to show you why I started shopping for no's and how I use some of the exact words of people who reject me to build a business that they can't eventually ignore in the future. So today is day 71. So at this point, I'm no longer surviving. I'm not in the middle anymore. I feel like I'm mastering this. All right, so let's talk about the version of rejection that no one really talks about, because people talk about rejection, but they don't really talk about the feelings that comes with it. Because this is not the no that you get when you're doing great. This is not the no that you get when you got three other leads that are waiting. You have somebody booked for this month, and then for the next 3 months or 6 months, you're booked. I'm talking about the no that when you are already tired, the no that you get when your views on Instagram, your views on your YouTube channel, they are down. The no that you get when your ads are not producing any result. The no that you get when your bills, they feel very loud and the clock is ticking, you got to pay for it. So this is the no when you're doing your best to stay positive, but it feels like it's been a long week. That no doesn't feel like one person saying, oh, not right now. It feels more like life is saying to you, you see, you should have never tried that. You should have never started. And if you've been there, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, because we go through this at some period as solopreneurs in any endeavor. Because when things are quiet, your brain starts to get very creative, and your brain starts telling you story. It starts putting on this robe, and then it's grabbing a microphone and then it's like it's about to host like this award show. And in that award show that your brain is hosting, it's calling out everything that you don't want to hear. It's calling out reasons that you're not cut out for this. It's calling out reasons that you're out of your league. And it starts to list some evidence too. Evidence like, hey, look at you. You're doing all this work and you're not getting anything from it. Or look at you. You posting every day. Look at you. You taking all these Zoom calls. Look at you. You still not getting what you want, right? And I'm saying this out loud because a lot of people are feeling this shift right now. I know business is very weird right now for a lot of people. And people are also careful with their investment. They're very careful to spend their money right now. People are also pausing a lot of their decisions. If they were in the middle of projects, they're like, it's best to pause because I don't see where this is going. And people are watching the news. People are dealing with layoffs. People are dealing with family stuff. So getting a no right now is not always about you. But when you're already in a sensitive season, this no feels 100% about you. Now, let me try to add one more layer to that, because if you are a high achieving Black woman, if you are a Black immigrant woman, when we get a no, we don't just hear no. We hear no, but that no it comes with some kind of history attached, because many of us, we grew up in environments where being chosen, it felt like safety. That's a big deal. So being approved also, it felt like love. Being praised felt like protection. So when someone says no, it doesn't lend like a business decision. It lends more to immigrant women like, hey, you're not wanted. It lends like you're not enough. And I'm not saying that to make this more heavy for you. I'm saying that because this is honestly how it lands, even for me as an immigrant woman. Because if you don't tell the truth about how you feel, you're going to keep blaming yourself just for being human. So today, I'm not going to hype you up. I'm just here to give you ways to stay steady, a way so you can keep moving without letting every no turn into some kind of full identity crisis for you. So I caught myself doing something this week that I know that you've probably done too. I was looking at other people's pages, other people's channels, and other people's numbers on their pages. And then I started asking that question to myself. That question, when we ask it to ourselves, it sounds very harmless, but it's not. I asked myself, why is this working for them and not for me? Listen, that question, when you sit down and you think about it, it eats at your confidence like breakfast. Because comparison, it makes you feel like you're very behind, even when you're actually building something that's real. And here's what I've learned about some of the overnight success online: 9 out of 10 times, it's not really an overnight success. It's just hidden. And then you will find out later, oh, this wasn't that person's first YouTube channel, or this wasn't their first successful social media channel, or they already had a big Instagram channel, or they already had a list, or they've been doing this for 5, 10 years. Or you find out that they have a whole entire team behind them that is managing 100% their social media platform. They have somebody doing editing, they have somebody writing titles, they have somebody pulling clips, they have somebody designing their thumbnails, they have somebody doing the back end, they even have somebody writing their blogs, and somebody managing their schedules. So you are sitting there comparing your one woman show, you doing everything, to someone's whole production company. That is not a fair fight. And this is something that would make you feel crazy. So let me say something real simple here. Comparison is not information. Comparison is a way that you're harming yourself emotionally, because it's going to convince you that you're failing when you're just being early. Then you're just processing everything. You're learning in the process. And the reason that this mattered is because when you compare, you start doing this. You start changing your voice. You start trying to sound like them. You start trying to copy their style, and you don't even know why they have that style. You start trying to bend into a version of yourself that doesn't even feel natural to you. And now you're not only rejected by a client, you're rejected by your own authenticity too, because that's like a double loss. So if you want to protect your confidence, you have to stop doing math with somebody else's number. You're not going to win. You have to stop measuring your process with somebody else's timeline, because you don't really know their process. You only see what you see online. So stop measuring your day 71 with someone else's day 2000. It will definitely steal your joy. And you need your joy in order to keep showing up. You need it for yourself. All right. Let's get a little practical with this, because I know what you're probably thinking. You're probably thinking, okay, Webley, cool. I heard everything that you said, but how do you stop taking that personally? How do you stop taking rejection personally? Here's what I do. I stopped treating no like a rejection, and I have to constantly remind myself of that. I started treating it more like an information session. And I want you to change the way that you see rejection and start seeing it as a smart way to do market research. Because when someone says no, this is a conversation that had a lot of gold in it. But most people, they don't collect the gold. They just collect the shame, they just collect the no, they rehearse that. But let's change that a little bit. Number one, the first thing that I do, I record all my calls with client. Not secretly, I tell them, they are aware of that. So any discovery call or Zoom call with a potential client, I record it. And when the call is done, I automatically transfer it to Otter AI, and it gives me a transcript and a summary. And even if the person says no, I don't punish myself. So I go into detective mode. So I would look at the transcript and I will look at what did that person actually say. And the reason I record the call, because when you are in the call live, you tend to miss a lot of things because you're thinking about what you're going to say next to the person, and you're trying to be polite. You're trying to focus and pay attention to what they're saying. You're trying to be professional. So you're trying to also explain what you are explaining to them clearly. So you don't always catch the real language that they are using on a live call. But when you record the call and you go and read the transcript, you see everything. You see what they are worried about. You see what they're scared about. You see what they want. And you see how they think about their problem, and especially what they think the problem is. And then I do something that completely changed the way that I approach my clients. I compare their words to the words that I use in my content and my website and everything that I'm posting. Meaning, I go to my website page that explains what I do, usually my homepage and work with me page and about page. I look in that page. I search for where I describe how I help people, and I ask myself one simple question. Am I describing their problem the way that they describe it when they are on that call with me? Because a lot of time we don't. We describe the problem in our expert talk. We talk like expert. We talk like a textbook. We talk like a course, and we talk like someone with, frankly, with more experience. So we talk like somebody also who's trying to sound impressive. But the person who's on the call, they're talking like someone who's tired of the problem, who is desperate for a solution. So they may be saying stuff like, I'm really tired of hearing crickets for my course that I created. I keep posting and nobody's buying. Or they would say things like, I'm overwhelmed. I don't know what is it that I should tackle first in my business. Or I'm embarrassed because I told everyone that I was launching this new product and now I have nothing to launch. That is their real language. That is how people talk when they're stressed. So if your website says, or your sales page, pretty much anywhere that you're describing the problem people are having, if you say, I help you optimize your strategy and streamline your system for maximum result, but people are saying, I'm drowning and I can't even finish one thing, you have a serious gap. But do you see the gap? And that gap, usually it can cost you, because people are not online looking for solutions when they have a problem. Because a lot of time, what they think will be their solution is not even the solution to the real problem that they're experiencing. So that's why it's really good to know how they're talking about their problem so that it can resonate with them, because you, the expert now, will tell them, no, this is not the solution to that problem that you're having. Here's what the solution is instead. And don't forget, people, they buy when they feel that you understand them. So when somebody tells me no right now, I don't hear no anymore. I hear, here's how the market describes my problem. And then I write it down. I literally have a Google Doc called Things People Say When They're Struggling. And then I make notes of those phrases, word for word. And this is something you can apply in any field, because those phrases, you can use them on your next video title. You can use them on your next email subject line. You can use them on your next post. You can use them on your next podcast. You can use them for hooks. But it's not because you're manipulating anybody, it's because you are speaking clearly in a language that they can understand. You are speaking like a human. And clarity, it makes people feel safe. So this is what I mean when I say, when you get a no now, don't look at it as wasted time, because that Zoom call, that email, it gives you language, it gives you pattern, it tells you what are some of the objections that they have, it tells you what are some of the fears that they have, and it gives you a clearer view of what your people actually need, but not what you think that they need. And that's very valuable. And even if they don't buy today, but you got to do market research without going to a lot of trouble, you know? Now, let me talk about the phrase that tend to make some people feel uncomfortable. It's the phrase when I said earlier, I'm shopping for no's. Because when I first said that, I laughed to myself because it sounded bold, but it's true. And here's why. A no means that you played the game. A no means that you did not hide. A no means that you put yourself in rooms where decisions were being made. A no means that you had an opportunity to practice how you talk about your work. A no means that you're building stamina too. And here's something else I'm going to tell you. Sometimes the no is also protection, because trust me, I've said yes to projects that were absolutely not for me. And I've tried to push through projects that felt completely wrong. So, and I've also tried to force things just because I desperately wanted it to work. And you know what I got from that. I got stress, I got confusion, I got resentment. I also got a project that took triple the energy that it should have taken. So now, when someone says no, sometimes I just say, okay, that wasn't my project. And I mean that with a lot of peace, because not every check is a blessing. Not every yes is aligned with your goals. And sometimes you need the no in order to free up your time. And you free up your time so you can work on your own stuff, because you always putting your own stuff on the back burner. You need that free time so you can build your library of content, so you can create the content that brings the right people in. And that's what I've started noticing. These no's, they are giving me my time back. They're giving me space. They are letting me focus, and they're giving me more data. So if you're in a season where you're hearing a lot of no's, I want you to remember this. First of all, there are a lot of people feeling a shift right now in their business and life. So it's not just you. But the no's that you're getting, know that you can use them. Let's talk also about something that saved me this week. One of my mentors asked me a question, and she said to me, in everything that you've done for the past month, what are you proud of? At first, I almost answered like a robot. I'm proud of my commitment. But then I sat with that question for a little bit, and I started naming like some of the real things that actually count, things that they don't show up on a screenshot, things that don't have an analytic attached to it. So I said to her, I'm proud that I'm showing up even when I don't see the results that I expected yet, because that doesn't mean that the result is not coming. It means that it's not here yet. And there is a difference there, because I'm proud that I am not ghosting myself. I am also proud that the version of me who used to say, oh, I'm going to do this, that version of me has turned into a version of me who actually does it. And then I'm proud of the skills that I'm gaining, the skills that are also growing. For example, my thumbnails. I didn't know that I would enjoy making thumbnails this much, but I do. It feeds my creativity. It feels like I'm making a mini movie poster because it's like, I would think about what is the topic? What is the emotion? What is the moment? What's going on here in that video that I just recorded? And how do I show that in one picture? I hear people say that they do their thumbnail before they record a video. Not me, because I need the emotion. And if you're a creative person, you get it. And if you've been there, you'll know exactly what I mean. And that is a win for me. And it matters because sometimes the win that we're looking for, it's money. But the win is not always money. Sometimes the win is you becoming the person who can hold the money, you becoming more consistent, you becoming more skilled, you becoming more clear, you becoming more creative. And here's another win this week that made me smile: the community. I was looking at where exactly people were watching my videos from. And I saw places that I don't even know anybody who lives there. Places like the Philippines, places like South Africa. And I sat there to really appreciate that, because this is one of the beauties of the internet, that you're able to reach someone miles away that you don't even know. This is bigger than me. And I'm sitting in my little corner of the world and I'm talking to a camera like I'm doing right now. And it's actually reaching people across the planet. So, by the way, if you're watching from South Africa, comment and say hi, because I really want to visit South Africa one day. If you're also watching from the Philippines, comment and say hi, because I would like to know the Philippines too. Let me see you, because that is not something that's small. That is actually the beginning of community, it's the beginning of impact for me. And I want you to start collecting wins like that in your life, because when you only celebrate the big flashy wins, you miss out on the whole point of the journey. You miss the fact that you're growing. You miss the fact that your voice is improving. You miss the fact that you are learning how to speak clearly. You miss the fact that you are actually building proof, and you're building a library also. So here's something that I want you to do for yourself. I want you to start keeping a wins list, because I started doing that. And it doesn't have to be a long list, it's just a simple one. You can put it on your journal, and then you can write 3 per day or 3 per week. And all the small wins, they count. All of them. Because I realize now that small wins, they are what keeps you steady while you are waiting for your breakthrough, while you are waiting for your big win. And what I want you to understand too is that there is a season in every business where things get quiet. It gets quiet on the outside, but it tends to get loud on the inside, because the outside, it's not clapping for you right now. But on the inside, your inner critic, it starts clapping. And that's why so many people quit in the season. They don't quit because they cannot do the work. They quit because they can handle the quiet outside. They quit because they think that the quiet means that nothing they're doing right now is working. But I see now that the quiet can also mean that things are loading, it's building, it's cooking. When you're uploading a video and then you see that counter, that's what's happening sometimes when it's quiet. So, if you are in the quiet season right now, here are some of the questions that I ask myself, and I hope that they can help you too. Ask yourself, what is the quiet time trying to teach me? Is it teaching me to simplify? Is it teaching me to tighten my message? Is it teaching me to stop comparing? Is it teaching me to keep showing up? Other question that you can ask yourself: what's one thing that I'm getting better at, even if nobody sees it yet? Because you are getting better at something. You might not be getting paid yet, but you are getting better at something. And then skill is something that is never wasted. Skill is something that travel with you. If this business end up working, the skill will help you scale. If this business changes, the skill will help you pivot. If this business takes time, the skill will keep you grounded. So skill is always a win-win. So when the applause outside are quiet, you have to learn how to clap for yourself. So clap for yourself, not in a cheesy way, but in a grown way, in a way that say, I see what I'm doing, in a way that says, I am proud of my discipline. So if you're watching this and you got hit with a no this week, I am not going to tell you to not care about that. You care, and that's normal. But don't let that no turn into a story about your worth. Let that turn into data. Let it turn into language that you can use in your marketing. Let it turn into clarity to help you perfect your offers or come up with new offer. Let it turn into your next piece of content. And if you needed this reminder today, I want you to do something for me. I want you to drop a comment and to tell me, what is one no that you got recently and what did that no teach you? If you're not ready to share the whole thing, I get it. Just write in the comment, hey, I'm still in it, because staying in it, it counts also. And that's also a win. All right. If this is your first time watching me, my name is Webley. I am on this consistency journey to post on YouTube for 100 days. If you are in this consistency journey with me, thank you. And if you are not, okay, I'm getting so confused here. Oh, I lost my train of thought. Okay. You know what? If you are watching me for the nth time, thank you. And if this is your first time watching me, remember to subscribe because I will be back tomorrow. Bye.